You know, the hardest part of any complex technical project often isn't the technology itself. It's figuring out how to explain the trade-offs you have to make. A great technical proposal isn't just about showing off a cool solution. It's about communicating clearly why you made certain choices, especially when faced with tough constraints. It's about getting everyone on the same page. Think about it like this. Designing a technical solution is more than just answering, how you going to build something? The real magic happens when you can articulate why you're building it that way. What are the limitations you're working with? Are you constrained by time, budget, or the need for extreme reliability? Understanding these constraints is the first step. The second is making smart trade-offs, deciding what you're willing to sacrifice to gain something else. A good proposal makes all of this crystal clear. Let's use a metaphor. Imagine you're a logistics manager planning how to transport a valuable package from one city to another. Your technical proposal is like the transport route planning document. It's the detailed blueprint that outlines every step of the journey from start to finish. It's not just a map. It's a comprehensive plan. Now, what are your constraints? Well, the client might say, I need this delivered tomorrow, and I only have $100 to spend. Those are your constraints, time and cost. You might also have a reliability constraint, like the package being extremely fragile, so you can't risk it getting damaged. These are the real-world limits that shape your entire plan. With these constraints in mind, you have to make trade-offs. You could send it by air, which is fast but expensive. That might blow your budget. You could send it by ground, which is cheaper but slower and might not meet the deadline. Or maybe there's a third option, a special courier service that's reliable and reasonably fast but costs a bit more. The trade-off is choosing the best route that balances speed, cost, and safety, all within the limits you've been given. You can't have everything, so you have to decide what matters most. Once you've made your choice, let's say you pick the courier. Your proposal documents this decision. It explains why you chose that route over the others based on the client's constraints. This document then becomes the unified rulebook for your entire team. The driver, the dispatcher, the warehouse staff, everyone follows this plan. They all understand the priorities because you've made them explicit. There's no guesswork. Everyone knows the goal is to get the package there safely and on time, using the chosen method. This is the absolute core of a powerful technical proposal. Its main job is to make the constraints, the risks, and the trade-offs completely explicit. You're not just saying, we'll build it this way because I think it's best. Instead, you're saying, given our limited budget and tight deadline, we've chosen this approach because it offers the best balance. Here are the risks we're accepting, and here's why it's the right call. When you do this, you move your team from operating on gut feelings and individual intuition to working under a shared set of rules. Everyone understands the why behind their tasks. The back-end engineer knows why they can't use that expensive new database. The front-end developer understands why performance is a higher priority than a flashy animation on this project. This alignment is what allows a team to deliver results consistently and predictably. It builds trust and eliminates so much confusion and debate down the line. But this is where things get really interesting. When you establish a system where everyone is working according to the same set of rules, a new challenge emerges. The team starts to rely on what we can call someone's judgment. Someone had to define those rules. Someone had to make the final call on the trade-offs. The proposal says, we prioritize speed over cost. But who decided that? Who weighed the options and said, this is the path we take? This transition creates a shift in roles. The person who wrote the proposal, whether it's a tech lead, an architect, or a senior engineer, suddenly isn't just a coder anymore. They become a decision maker, a strategist. Their judgment is now embedded in the project's DNA. And this raises a crucial question. How do you manage this shift? How do you ensure that the person making these judgment calls has the right context, the right authority, and the trust of the team? How do you handle disagreements when someone feels a different trade-off should have been made? This is where technical leadership truly begins. So, to wrap it all up, a well-articulated technical proposal is your secret weapon for successful project execution. By using a metaphor like logistics planning, we can see that it's all about defining your constraints, your budget, time, and quality limits, and then making deliberate, explicit trade-offs. This creates a rulebook that aligns your entire team, ensuring everyone is pulling in the same direction. But it also highlights the critical role of judgment and leadership in setting those rules in the first place. Navigating that responsibility is the next step in becoming a truly effective technical leader. Thinking about how we make decisions and who gets to make them is just as important as the code we write. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more insights into technical leadership and effective software development. See you in the next one.